What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Legends video on Dragon Ball Central. Today, we're going to be summoning on the Legends Lineage of Evil banner, at least the guaranteed sparking side of it, because there are a few characters on here that I don't have, and that I just want more stars on that I already do have. And on top of that, we're also going to be talking a little bit about why the game is currently in a really weird spot, why it's stale and sort of falling down, and a lot of people are saying it's dying. I don't really agree. We're going to talk about that and more. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys, first and foremost, let's go ahead and knock out these summons. We're going to be doing our 3 guaranteed sparking summons. I'm not going to do any more other than dailies on this banner, but I do want to go ahead and get those guaranteed sparkings because I have a chance of getting Metal Cooler. I do not have him yet, and I really want him. On top of that, we can also get some more stars on some of the Lineage of Evil team, which, as you guys probably know if you've been watching the channel for a while, is my favorite team in the game. So basically, your reasons for summoning on this banner, just to sort of go over it real quick, is most likely going to be if you want Lineage of Evil members, obviously, at more stars, or you already have them, and you don't have them, I guess, is a better way to put it, and you want them in the first place. Probably not worth it if you don't have Golden Frieza, you didn't get lucky and pull him. If you have him at 3 or 5 stars, then maybe you want to consider this if you don't have the other members of the team. I'm gonna pull a Guldo there. So I guess we're gonna get blessed right now with a Metal Cooler, and that is good. This is not gonna be a Metal Cooler, guys. That is not the cooler we were looking for, but at the same time, actually, no, that was just terrible. All right, so pretty awful way to start things off, but we're gonna keep on going. So anyways, guys, why is the game currently stale? What can they do to fix it? Is it dying? Let's talk about that. So first off, why is it stale right now? Well, the meta hasn't changed in about a month. Since literally the Fusion team got buffed with Super Vegito, it hasn't changed at all. I think that's kind of unfortunate side effect of having a ridiculously hyped and very much overpowered character added to the game. No matter the rates, it is going to break the meta in a PvP game like this. So it's kind of unfortunate, but that's kind of just how it was going to go no matter what, if he was overpowered. And just so happens that, you know, with the rest of his team especially, he is very, very powerful. And on top of that, you know, having the additional buff from the Z ability that base form Vegito has, I mean, that's just something you really can't contend with a lot of the time. So we're gonna get a nice little fake out shield, so that's kind of unfortunate. Not getting exactly what we want out of this banner, unfortunately, guys. If we could get Metal Cooler, I'd be really, really happy right now. But yeah, so is the game dying because it's stale? Well, I wouldn't say it's dying. I think it's going to pop back up in popularity as soon as some other hype event happens. Now, right now, we're kind of in this downturn because, again, the most recent banner really didn't change the meta very much. Obviously, androids are a really, really good option now. The problem being that it isn't the optimal option. You know, we haven't gotten an optimal choice that's other than fusions right now. 14 and 15 are great, and base form transforming into Super Saiyan Vegeta is really, really good, but they're not necessarily top tier meta options, you know, or maybe they are top tier meta options. They're not Z tier meta options. So that's why everything's gotten stale from a PvP standpoint, which is really, really unfortunate because it means that the rest of the game, considering the end game in this game is not really PvE stuff, it's basically PvP, like get top rank PvP, that's it. Gonna get a nice little fake out here to end things off. It'll be a Android 16. Wait, I thought that it was guaranteed Lineage of Evil. All right, so the game screwed me out of 3,000 crystals. Fantastic, dude. So that was absolutely terrible. Yeah, just don't summon on this banner, guys, unless you don't have, or you I guess if you have like lower starred characters that you want more stars on for Lineage of Evil, maybe it's worth doing. In my case, probably wasn't worth it. Probably shouldn't have done that, admittedly. Maybe a bad idea. But with that all said, I wouldn't say the game is dying necessarily. A lot of people are going to be claiming that over the coming weeks. I'd imagine we're going to have some people quitting the game. And I say that with like massive air quotes because they'll be back. But it's a weird spot to be in because the game was in this huge hype, you know, huge hype event. And all gacha games have this sort of cooldown that happens after their hype events because, you know, people have spent a lot of money and they probably feel guilty about it, or they spend a lot of time and they feel guilty about it. And then it takes a while for them to sort of slowly inch their way back into the game and then be as dedicated as they were before the hype event happened. That kind of happens with pretty much every gacha game, with the exception of some of the more established ones that go from like hype event to hype event to hype event, and they really have no in-between time. But earlier on in the lifespan, so like, you know, the year 1, year 2 type of deal we got going on here with Legends, you know, obviously the events are going to pick up as time goes on. You know, they're not going to want to have this like downtime in between each event. They're going to want to go from event to event to event. But right now, they're sort of at that weird in-between state where people are going to be like, oh, the golden age of the game is done. It's gone. And now they're trying to ruin it, and it's going to die, guys. And it's not really going to die. Obviously, they're doing very well from a monetary point of view. They're still making a just boatload of money. And a month ago, they were making even more boatloads of money. Like, you know, #1 on the App Store, boatloads of money. So I think that it goes without saying that the game is not actually dying from that point of view. But it definitely could see a significant loss of players for a significant amount of time. And that isn't going to be a great thing for them to be dealing with. And they'll probably try to facilitate the return of players and I guess the, you know, attracting of new players by either advertising the game or putting out really, really hyped characters. It's going to get a lot of coverage from YouTubers and things like that. So I'd imagine like the next banner or the banner after that will be a relatively hyped up character release, and that most likely will be like a step up and bring people back to the game with some good deals and things like that. But unfortunately, the problem here is that, and we're going to jump into some PvP while I talk about this, but the problem here is that they really have gotten the green light to do whatever they want and make a lot of money if it's a hyped character release. And that's really a huge problem because they screwed us over with the anniversary. You know, if you really look at it, like they gave away a decent amount of crystals, don't get me wrong, but the rate changes and things like that, they really did screw us over on that. And they've gotten top rank because of it. You know, they've gotten top grossing. So what's to say that they're not going to do that for every hyped character release now, or get even greedier and make it even harder, because they've gotten past the point where they need to attract new players necessarily. They've got their whales locked in, and now they can expect people to spend a lot of money to max out the characters because they want to keep up on the game. They've already spent a lot of money on the game maybe, and they don't feel like that sucks. They don't feel like they want to stop playing the game, obviously. If there's a new like over-the-top rate decrease, they're going to instead continue spending more and more money, which is the unfortunate side effect of having a game that gets a little bit more established like this is. So that's basically what we're looking at right now, is where they've attracted their whales and they can kind of do whatever they want now, which is not great for gacha games. You know, you want to have it so the players have some power here, but unfortunately, after the most recent update and after the most recent anniversary celebration, I don't think that we're going to have that power for a while yet again. So we'll see how it goes down in the future. But yeah, I would say expect a lot more greedy over-the-top deals and greedy over-the-top banners introduced to the game, because that just would make a lot of sense to me. I'd love to be wrong, but I just don't think I am here. I think that we're probably going to be seeing a lot of really, really greedy choices from them in the near future. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, those are my thoughts, basically. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. I do think that there are going to be good events and stuff in the future of this game. Don't get me wrong. But I will say that I think that more likely than not, we're going to see some very, very greedy times up ahead from Bandai, and it's probably going to pay off very well for them. It's probably going to pay off very well for a lot of YouTubers as well, because people are going to want to watch their content to see the new characters and things like that. So don't get me wrong, it's not going to be bad for us necessarily, but it is going to be bad for your average player, and that's something you guys need to be aware of as time goes on. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. With that said, we're going to finish off this match and see what happens. I'm feeling pretty good about this one, boys. We caught him. GG's. Beautiful, dude. That is going to most likely be the game right there. GG's. Rising Rush going down. And we're just going to hopefully end this one off with a rising finish, dude. Rising KO. Let's do it, man. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, kind of an unfortunate video today. Didn't get anything really out of the 3,000 crystals I just spent on that banner. The rates aren't really great. We did get dailies, so that's okay. I mean, I guess that's a nice thing to add to the Legends banners, because they haven't done that before, but I don't know, man. I'm a little bit disappointed in the game right now. I think that a lot of YouTubers, you know, that have sort of gotten, I guess, they've added to the time between uploads. That's a good way of putting it. They've added to the time between uploads, and this is why. All right, guys, so before we end off today's video, I do want to tell you about something really, really cool. So my buddy Nick is actually starting up a draft league for Dragon Ball Legends. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details and the rules and everything right now, but it is a really, really cool event that he's putting on. And you can basically just join the Discord server that I'm going to link in the description and comment section below. If you're interested, check out the rules. Let me know what you think, and let him know what you think. And if you're interested in actually joining, it'd be really, really cool to have you. I'm going to be making some content on it. It's going to be a really, really fun time. I'm actually really excited for it, and I think it's going to be super fun to make videos on it and things like that. Additionally, we've got 5 days until the YouTuber tournament does start. So if you are interested, private message me on Twitter or on Discord, okay? Let me know, because I definitely want to have as many people as possible in that tournament, and it does look like we may be able to just cap at 64, which would be absolutely amazing. Again, it's going to be starting in just about 5 days from now from the posting of this video, so let me know what you think, and yeah, I will see you guys very, very soon for the next one. I'm not sure exactly how soon. I think the next video is probably going to be Android 14, since I did get lucky and pull him on a daily. But otherwise, I don't know, man. The game's been a little bit stale, as you guys can probably tell, so that's why I'm making today's video. But I will see you for the next one. Until then, guys, peace.